Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Another Way, brought to you by Promise Resource Network. Another Way is a class about another way. How I can choose, how I can be, how I can do, all those things. Another way, right? I need another way because sometimes what I'm doing is not beneficial or as beneficial as I'd like it to be. Right? So, what we're going to talk, the class title today is, what is it?
Another way?
What you got? No, what you want, what you got. What you want, what you got. It's about choices today. Choices that we make. Let's talk about choices.
What you want?
First.
What was it?
What you want, what you got.
Yeah, I got it. I got it. Short
When we think of choices, what do we think of?
Freedom.
Ooh, freedom. Nice. Tell me about that.
I think that's what keeping my power is. When I lose my power, I lose my ability to choose. If I commit a crime, I may go to jail. Now I lose my power and ability to choose what I do, my choice. I lose my independence.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
No one gets to tell. I'm told what to do instead of making my own decisions.
I like that, Porter. Can we discuss what we can lose when we make a choice that doesn't work? Yeah.
We lose time.
Ooh, time.
If I choose
Wow,
to
hold
go,
on. One at a time.
We lose time. We lose possibly. We lose the opportunity. We can lose position that we're in. We can lose trust.
Yeah.
Which can leave you to feel like you're losing hope because you no longer have that option there anymore. That or that person or whatever that time. We can also lose our health.
There's a lot to lose, don't we? There's a lot to lose. Trust. You said trust.
Yeah.
Health.
Time.
Time.
That's a
That
big
one.
one. Yeah.
That one's a big one for me. Time. I got a lot of regrets about what I didn't do. Not so much. I've worked through a lot of my what I did. I'm still working on what I didn't do. Those regrets.
Yeah.
What else can we lose when we're talking about choice? Yes, sir.
on a more primary, as soon as I wake up, get up and go, relieve myself. If I go one way, I can eat breakfast or have something. If I go the other way, I may not eat, but I may do other things. And for me, who is a hyper person who loves caffeine and Tai Chi, I slowed down. And the biggest thing is those choices. I am very, very aware of those.
That time.
Yeah.
I keep going back to. Thank you. I keep going back to time because we lose so much when we lose time. When I lose time, I lose so much. I lose opportunities. Does that make sense? And sometimes I lose options.
Respect for yourself and others.
Got a lot to lose depending on our choices, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
Okay, let's talk about choice. Why are choices important in mental health? Making good decisions is a vital aspect of fostering positive mental health. By incorporating mindfulness, self-reflection, and the consideration of our values and priorities, we can make choices that align with our well-being. So that's one of the whys we do it, to get ourselves on a better path. It says the decision sets us up for the path towards change. You were talking about change. Which way am I going to go? Am I going to go towards this or am I going to go towards that? Is this going to help change the situation I'm in? Or is this going to keep me stuck? Right. Sometimes that's the decision.
And sometimes I stay in that area where I don't make any decision at all. And sometimes I just read this video that you just make to take action. Sometimes you don't know what you're going to do, but you're taking no action at all. It's sometimes not beneficial because you don't progress. I've been like, that's why I've been just not going from being just a peer support specialist to actually utilize my certificate. Like, there's nothing for me if I don't actually take action and use it to make a choice. That, listen, sometimes it's fear that kept me here, or I became complacent, and I didn't want to continue to learn instead of like progressing and going to the next level. And that fear of going to the next level is necessary for me to break up past that fear to get to like, you know what? When I get there, I'm like, you know what? It wasn't even as bad as I thought it was. Not because somebody else. You know what? It's not as bad as you think it is. Once you
Change.
get,
Yeah.
and now I get to mentor somebody else because I made a different decision.
We not even in our past stories don't just tell people our current and future stories, our current stories. Wow. That's
I
cool,
got
right?
something.
As we make decisions, we show people, we model what we do. There's a sheet of paper on my desk that says cost benefit. Can you get
Well, I have a choice if I can do it or not.
you can do it or not? And I appreciate you doing
I
it.
got something.
Yes, sir.
It's like if I make a choice, then something else is going to go along with that. Sometimes, in that I love to talk to people and will reach out and, blah, 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 and do all that. But there are times you just turn your head and you made a choice not to do something, and you meet someone and you have the most amazing conversation because it makes them feel good and it makes you feel good. And that's one of my purposes in life. I want to be accepted and people feel better toward me.
I got it.
Ah,
Right choices help us become more productive, more successful, and happier.
Yeah.
I want to be happier today. Successful and productivity is nice, but I just want to be happy. You know, that's
I wanna
the
be
deal
what
for
again?
me.
I think
oh yeah,
happiness-
that's bottom line. Oh,
For me, happiness is a choice. I choose to be
I'm
happy,
walking out.
even though my circumstances might not be what I want to. I can still choose to find find the happiness wherever I am. Right where I am, I can find happiness and peace. I don't have to wait till I get a job, I get a place, I get a relationship. No, I need to find peace and happiness now. Because that's where it is. It's in the now, not in tomorrow, not in yesterday, not in the future. No, I can find that now. I'm here. I may not have what I want, but I have everything I need.
Yes. That's it. I may not have everything I want. I may not have that shoes to get that, Range Rover.
I can choose to be grateful for what I have.
That's it.
Right,
Our
gratitude.
choices.
Gratitude.
Yes, and then you, sir. Gratitude. Tell me about gratitude.
It's just being thankful for what you have, right? Like you said, right? What Porter said, right where you're at.
Yeah.
And grateful for what you do have instead of what you don't have. Right now, I
Oh,
got a roof over my head. I got a place to stay. I don't have a car. I like to have one, but so what? I can be on the street.
yeah.
You gotta be grateful.
I like that.
Yeah.
Choose to be grateful.
You're right where you're at, and you can't.
Oh, right where you are.
It's what Porter said. Yeah.
Where your feet are.
Right.
Where your
Yes.
feet are. Yes.
Sitting back in a grand park here and watching people do things that's just so pure fun. And they can be little youngins on bicycles or adults pulling a wheelie last night. I have to say, that is cool. And yes, I probably could find it on the TV. And I do miss movies if I go one choice to the other. Oh, I wish I'd seen that or recorded that. But to sit back and see how much fun it is to watch other people enjoy themselves.
Ah,
Ooh.
that makes us happy too, right?
Mhm.
I'm able to share my choices
I'm
today. I'm
proud.
able. Yes.
Ah,
When somebody else, if I can make someone's day, I can't control anything about another person. All I can control is my attitudes and behaviors. But if I can make a joke, make somebody smile, yes, Ross.
I'm just trying to make an assumption that we are talking about like being thankful
Choices.
choices.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thankful every day. I'm thankful for what I have, and I'm thankful for what I don't have.
Yeah.
What I don't have, it just means that I believe that I don't need. And I say, like, even if I'm not feeling myself, it's just something inside of me that makes people feel a lot better. That makes it it makes it worth the while per se, but for the most part, it's some of the choices that we made or some of the choices that I made might not have been choice that you would prefer me to make.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that was still my decision.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I have to learn because I'm the one that's gonna be the one that's conceiving the learning shit.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean, just because you said this was good, this, that, to the third, that doesn't mean that that's helping me. You know what I mean? So it's just like there's certain things and certain choices that we make. We really make the choices what we feel are best for oneself
Yes.
instead of. I mean, if I could make the choice to make everybody happy, I would be in here giving everybody like 1.5 million.
There you go. I like that. Two would be good,
I
but you know.
choose to accept that.
You have my full
That's my
attention.
choice. That's my right.
That is my choice. I love it because some people can influence my choice, but it always comes down to me. It always comes
Okay.
down to what's going to benefit me. Is this going to get me what I want? Or does this not benefit me and I lose something? It can be like that. When I think of well, hold on, let me read this. The power of choice is one of the most profound aspects of human existence. It's what allows us to take control of our lives and create our own reality. Wow. We can create our own reality as a result of the choices that we make. Yes, Porter.
I think even with the fact that I realize that I don't have to be ashamed of my past or feel like that I should be ostracized. I can take it and use it and help somebody else or help somebody else be seen and heard. And all that stuff I get in that hole with someone. I can look back at all the things I've gone through, the drugs, the mental health, and now I can see what I've been there. Now I can see it, I can hear you, I can get in that hole with you. Say, this is how I handled it when I went through it. When I found out my diagnosis and I wasn't defined by it. Now I don't have to be defined by those things that held me down. Now I can choose to utilize them to help somebody else.
That choice about which way I'm going to go, is this going to benefit me? What do I want? What am I moving towards?
Be of service.
Absolutely, to be of service. And that's for you and I and a lot of people in here probably. That service. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
One of the things, just sitting back and observing, I want, we are very, as humans, all group oriented. We have to do things working together to there's things, we're very group oriented. My thing for me, which is a slippery slope, as we call it, I always want to be accepted by all the groups of people I talk to. And I love talking to different people who are assumingly different from me.
Yeah.
But sometimes when they're all smoking pot, I'll sit there and I will join. There's no arm twisting and other things too. But you then realize, back to what we're talking about, damn if I didn't make a choice. That's like, ooh.
Yeah, it didn't just
And
happen.
was it fun or not? I mean, sometimes you really have to question what you're doing.
I always think of, I was standing by the bus stop, reading my Bible, got lunch from my grandma, and somebody came and swooped me up in a net and took me to treatment. Wasn't any of my choice. I didn't.
Oh,
That is. Hold on, Ross.
Yeah, with the choices that we made, especially like last week's class when we were talking about dwelling on the past.
Yes.
Some of those choices are actually the haunting ones of the past because those choices really wasn't worth the effort, but being that we were just caught up in situations that we were caught up in, it was almost like this is the only two choices you may have.
Yeah.
Instead of looking and analyzing like, I know I've got more than just these two, but these are the two that you're trying to hand me.
Yeah.
And we really wasn't taking time to try to see what other choices there were out there. Because we was actually to really think of the choices that we had back then or the ones that we have today in the present. These choices will actually, the old saying was, what you do today will affect you tomorrow.
What we do today will affect us tomorrow.
Yeah, so it's just like these choices are good and choices are bad.
Yeah.
Whichever choice you choose to make, you just know that what they say, that's your bed, you gotta lay.
You're gonna get what you get. you're gonna get what you choose.
Yeah.
I that is so true. I've got the opportunity to limit my options or expand them. And we can also, the choices we make today, we can also infect our
Yeah, it's gonna
future.
us,
Affect
our
or
future.
infect.
Yeah.
It can go like kudzu.
Choices are more stepping stones per se.
Oh, nice stepping stones.
Because it's not like, I mean, because I could choose to either walk or I could choose to run.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Which
I like
one
that.
is gonna,
Yeah.
which one really am I gonna be more beneficial from? I mean,
And see, and then you got to evaluate the situation
right.
because I can walk or I can run, but if there's a Rottweiler chasing me, my choices are better if actually, if you
Climb a tree.
still.
You gotta climb a tree.
But yeah, but if somebody's chasing me, I want to choose the best choice.
Well, I mean,
But if I'm just
depends
walking
on-
down
I
the
mean,
street,
Yeah, but if I'm just walking down the
Yeah.
street, I have the choice to either say, I can wait for this light to change green, or
Yeah.
I can choose to walk when the light is red. But then when I do it when the light is red, I know that anything is possible that can
Yeah,
happen.
yeah.
A car
I made the
can
choice to
fly nowhere.
jaywalk every day.
And they are,
That's the
actually, the
reason.
car has to right away.
Yeah.
But they say
they are
have
bigger
to-
than us, aren't they?
Pedestrian always.
It is that choice we make, yes.
I see it as life is like you're traveling in a car.
Oh, okay.
Let's just say that car, it's your car, and it's a brand new car. You're thinking, okay, you see, looks like a shortcut this way,
Uh-huh.
but there's storms on either side. But the path you're on is it's a beautiful day.
Yeah.
But now you want to take the shortcut, or you think this way is better. So now, depending on what you do, you make that decision to go to that direction, and now your car is getting beat up and everything, and now you're like, oh shoot, I made a mistake. But you can't do
Yeah.
anything about it because now you're stuck on that road.
Okay.
But here comes another road where you can turn and venture back.
Yeah.
So it's like playing a video game, right? It's like you got all these different paths you can take. Some paths will cause you to get injured. Some paths are easier. Some paths are easier. Some paths are harder.
Yes.
But you can't go back and this is not Nintendo where you can just push the reset button. You know what I'm saying? There is no reset time. So you have the damage. Now you have to move with that damage. And if you don't choose the right path, that car is going to be so damaged that you won't be able to travel at all. Then you'll be stuck where you are. You're going to be broke on the road.
Where my choices are
Exactly.
both not beneficial.
Right.
I could be involuntarily committed.
Yeah.
Can I? That is limited to choice.
That's
We always have a choice until it gets into an emergency, right? So when I've got that choice, things could be going really bad, but I still have a choice about what I'm going to do.
Right.
And when it gets into an emergency and 911 is called and the police come, who makes the choices?
They do.
They do, the
Yeah,
police.
yeah.
I want to make a choice before it gets to that emergency, before somebody else has the power.
I believe that's true. I mean, I've experienced some police incidents, but I mean, I'm not saying that's true, but I guess since I'm not in the situation where they have to commit me, they just make sure and ask me, it's up to you if you want to go, and it's up to you. So I'm not saying that's not true. It's probably just based on the kind of situation someone's in,
Mm-hmm. It is about what they've got. I may not have what I want, but I got a couple things here that I can go this way and lose all my power, or I can go this way and still contain some of it. It neither may be good, but I may take the better of two evils, or just flip a coin, or rock paper scissors, whatever. However, I make that choice. Yes.
I'm 67 and I'm looking back at lots of things, but when I see myself making the same decision over and over and over to the point that it becomes, as we call it, a habit. But I ask myself at times, I'm trying to stand outside of the box and look back at everything. And am I going to be doing this on my deathbed?
Mhm.
Or as we all know, pollution or smoke and other things can cause, like I have, a polyp here, and it could become cancerous and take me out. But I love to smoke tobacco, cause caffeine makes me talk and bounce around, and like coffee, nicotine. And anyway, let's go on that final bed to be the habit that caused us. Maestro, please illustrate.
I smoked too forever. I smoked for 40 years, and I ended up with COPD because of the choices I made. Yeah, the choices I made caused a what's it called? When like the domino effect. The choice I made to smoke.
Yeah,
There you go. Thank you.
long-term effect.
The long-term effect. I
Temporary satisfaction.
don't want to be on my deathbed today and have the consequences of negative choices. I want to be able to clear all that up. We'll be able to clear all that up. Yeah.
For me, some of my choices deals with a lot of sacrifice. Sacrifices are never hard, but if I choose this is what I've got to sacrifice for this choice. And like I say, the sacrifices are never hard. It's just we choose to make them hard. But when you're looking at the choices, you know that each choice is going to bring a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Even the good choices, because I'm gonna have to sacrifice something for this to actually happen.
We do have to make a sacrifice, don't we?
We're gonna always-
Sometimes a big one, sometimes a not
Yeah,
so
but
big one.
like you said, even with bad choices, some choices are better than others or worse than others, but still at the end of the day, I still have to make a sacrifice that goes along with these choices that I make.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I choose to be a millionaire, that means I've got to sacrifice a lot to get to that point.
Yes.
And whether or not some of them sacrifices that I choose or choose not to pursue,
Yes.
actually it does affect you in one way or another, because you're going to always have to sacrifice.
Yeah.
Whether you're making a good choice, bad choice, it's
It's
a
a consequence,
It's
yeah.
a sacrifice.
Yeah.
There's consequences behind it.
I've been watching the Olympics.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what people can do.
Yeah.
Just what people can do to manipulate their bodies, to do and to jump and to run. And it's it just blows my mind. But the sacrifice of that was 5:30 every morning till 8:30, go to school, after school, work till
6 hours
8,
a day.
6, 7, 8.
I
Yeah.
heard 6 hours a day.
That sacrifice is significant, and I've got to make it depending on the choices I have. Always, there is always a consequence.
Yeah, it's
Right.
always going to be some kind of
Change.
it's going to be a change, but then once again, choices and sacrifices are pretty much the same, because I can choose to do this and I can sacrifice to do this. But if I choose not to do it, that means I'm not going to sacrifice such and such for doing this choice
Yeah.
or making this decision. And
I'm closer to what I need, what I want.
it's not necessarily what you want or what you need. It's just what's actually going to be best for you, not for today, but what's going to be, if I make this choice today, how will that benefit me next week?
Yes.
Because you always got to look towards the future.
Yeah.
I mean, even though we're in the present,
Yeah.
we still have to look forward to what's going to happen for me tomorrow. So if I make certain choices today, how will I sacrifice these choices to make this a better day for me tomorrow? Because today's already not not really good days, but once again, like I say, I'm thankful every day for what I have and what I don't have.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful for I thank myself for making choices or certain sacrifices. I mean, it's like, if I'm gonna eat today, I've gotta sacrifice what I'm gonna eat
Pay.
and what I'm
I'm
not.
gonna pay it for. Yeah, what I want and what I don't want. I'm gonna go back to the car.
Yeah.
And that goes the same way. We're going along a road and we come to a fork in the road.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? And like you said, I may take the harder way with the storms and the tornadoes and the what is it, the little pieces of ice?
Hail.
Hail, don't tell me.
Oh,
Hail.
no.
Anyway. Hail. But if I take this choice and you said I take another choice.
Yeah.
I go to a different road. The hell that I went through, as battered as my car is, I can go this way and help somebody else. I can tell somebody else, don't go that way, or this is what you do to get through.
Experience with your
Yes.
teacher.
Experience of your teacher.
Let
Yes.
me just share something. Someone made the choice last week to volunteer at my church to serve the Charlotte Mecklenburg police officers.
Nice.
I did get a chance to meet the police chief and felt so good about it. I mean, I went not just police. I wish I could serve food too, but like maybe even the homeless out here or doing
Those
something
choices,
else.
I want to do something good to
I
them.
think it's all because since my mom volunteers at the animal shelter,
Uh-huh.
I probably can't do that, but I want to do something more. What's in my interest, but with
Oh,
with what my mom's doing, I believe she's doing the right thing too. She's just like you
Oh, I
said,
love it, Jeremy.
just like you said, choices. I want to make the right choice.
Today I've got that option. I've got somebody can show me. Do I take a right or a left? Somebody can tell me. But like Ross will say, Ross, can't nobody tell me nothing. I have very few times learned from someone else's experience. I got to get the 2x4 with the nail in it, right? I'm just a little slow. Yes, sir.
If it's a crossroads that you can go religiously, but if there's only one person standing at a certain road, straight forward to the left or to the right, he or she says, "Come over here. This is going to be interesting and fun. You or I will go in that direction."
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
Ooh, I got the answer. I just found it. When making a decision, we form opinions and choose actions via mental processes which are influenced by biases, reason, emotion, and memory.
Oh, it's too long. I'll put it
Oh,
right
see,
down.
now listen, biases, reason, emotions, and memories. I make a lot of decisions in the emotional state, but the bias that I have for or against people, that's going to be the person standing
The last
there.
thing.
That bias, that reason, those emotions, those memories that I have with this person that allow me to use their experience. But I've got these things that influence. All right, let's talk about, what time is it? Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I said for me, I think choice is the most powerful tool that I have. And I don't realize how powerful it is until I'm not able to have it anymore, until I'm not able to have it. And that's when you know, like, oh, I could have chosen differently. And for me also, I think choice either opens doors or closes doors.
Oh,
It can either open the door of possibilities or close the door of all the possibilities. Like I can choose to do something wrong that I know that was not right, and now all my choices are gone.
yeah.
Now I'm locked up, but now I could have chose to ask. I can choose to forgive you, or I can choose to hold in. It's a lot of choice I have, but
Mhm.
I realize I don't always choose right, and I would choose to say, you know what, I don't want to do anything. And I think my silence is my best tool that I have. Me not saying anything. I choose not to give you, to entertain you if I don't want to, if I don't feel like I'm in the space where I can.
Yeah.
If I can give anything positive to you, I choose. And I always love how that one day you stayed home from PRN because you just chose to put yourself first. and just be able to just release. And that is a choice because a lot of people have the ability to choose to stay home, just take time for themselves.
Yeah.
That's self-care for me. Self-care for me is saying, no, I can't do that because I'm not able to, because I'm not at my best.
Yeah.
If I can't give my best to you, I don't want to give you just what's left of me. And I deserve to have my cup full
Yes.
before I give you anything. Because I know that my health, my mental health and mental health is not more important than anybody else, but I can help you until I can help myself. And I choose me first. I choose me, I put me first.
What I can control.
Yes.
And I love that, Porter. It's about me. It's about where I am and what's going on in my life, right? And I always want to do self-care as much as possible because you're right. If the bucket is empty, we can't give water. Yes, sir.
So, I mean, we choose off of what we believe. So, I mean, as a kid, we have a clean slate. We don't, so we're watching adults, we're watching other people function, and then the kid records all of that, and then they start making choices based off of what they envision or heard.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, we always have this moral belief in us, but we are taught to be immoral. And once we make those mistakes, just like my little nephew, I tried to keep him from going the wrong way, but then he did something that sent him away to prison.
Ah.
And so his life, he's already been in there, what, 20, 30 years now?
Wow.
So yeah, he's it's the choices we make, and so we can use that to help somebody out. Because I heard prisoners try to, what's it called, the scare program?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have the opportunity to tell these kids that come in there, don't do what we did, and that type of thing. So you can utilize what you've learned to help somebody else. It might hurt because of your current situation. You can't get out of it, but you might get out on good habit, good behavior. But I'm just saying, you can't undo the damage that's been done. That's what hurts the most.
Yeah.
You can't erase it. People might forgive you, but it's still hard to forgive yourself. It's harder to forgive yourself, because there's something you just can't undo.
That's hard for me too. It's much harder for me to deal with myself than other people. It's much harder for me to make choices for myself. I don't have any power over anybody else. I can't make a choice for somebody. I can have my choices reduced,
Right.
like people that are incarcerated are. I can have my choices reduced if I'm involuntarily committed, right? Sometimes my choices really suck, right? Because of the consequences of another choice. I'm in prison now. But what can I do to use this experience, as shitty as it is, to help another person?
You can learn. You can learn from your mistakes, and I might have learned my mistake too late. That person's gone or the opportunity's gone, but I can still, from here, I can make better choices. And it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
It stinks because but we can learn from that. I refuse to stay this way. Some people are still lost in the dark. They're so deep in it, they don't see the light. But there are some people that realize, okay, I don't want to be in the darkness anymore, so I'm gonna go ahead and head towards this light and see what happens. You just have to keep plugging along. If you have to be aware, basically what I'm saying, you have to be aware of what's going on, aware of who you are, aware of what they are. You have to see the world. Yeah, it's like you're reading a book.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Like a dictionary. And now you're reading all this stuff about what the world is really like. You're like, okay, I know I'm not this person. I know if I do this, I know if I do that, the good and the bad. I know if I do this and do this. So let me start building a better foundation for myself and other people. Yeah.
I like that. Those choices have consequences. Those choices, I like what you said about the light and the dark. I can today, in some ways, I can help someone that's in the dark. And just because I can tell them the light's on the right-hand side of the wall, go towards that.
Right.
See, I'm in the light. I'm in the hope. I'm in the love. I'm in the peace and joy. And I want you to turn on your light too. And that's the difference
Yep.
today. I want you to turn on your light. I choose to give to you. I choose to have my best wishes towards you, my good energy towards you, so we can all make a better choice. Yeah, Ross.
Even
Bloom
like,
where you are planted. There you go.
even like how you said about being incarcerated. Your choices being incarcerated are limited to X amount. Because you're still gonna have choices while you're when you're incarcerated.
Yeah.
But for me being incarcerated, the choice that I chose to make while being incarcerated was to not be institutionalized.
Mm-hmm.
Even being homeless, the choice that I made to not be homeless institutionalized, I know those two are gonna make me have to do sacrifices.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you don't want to do them, but it's just sometimes it has to be done.
Yeah.
And like I say, even like with the Scare Straight program that they do have, they're just basically telling 8% of the kids that comes through there, a percent is going to do just the opposite of what Scare Straight was
Supposed to
intended
do,
to
yeah.
do. Because they looking at, for some people that are incarcerated, they look at, they have no sense of hope, no sense of direction.
Uh-huh.
And if this is the only thing I know about being incarcerated, that means that's letting them dictate to me what I can and what I cannot do.
Seriously influencing. Now we can have some influence. Where'd you go? We can have some influence. Sometimes, but other times we have very limited influence on what our choices are. I'm going to do one thing before we run out of time, real quick.
I said sometimes I have my fear. My fear is based out of my choices are based out of fear, and now my choices are based out of faith. Like I have a faith I'm gonna get this job. I don't have fear like, oh no, because I think I make a better decision when it's based out of like fear. Faith than fear, because I'm more like I'm hopeful. Like it makes me more opportunity to choose. Like okay, I choose to not take it all on my own. I give it to my higher power. What will you have me do?
Yeah.
It's not about me. It's about how I want to be utilized. What's best for him? How does my higher power want to utilize me? So when I know how I know my skills and know how I want to be utilized, it's not hard to make a choice. When I'm led out of when I'm guided, it doesn't. I can lead. I can take instructions. He said, just trust me. I can know exactly what you need if you just trust me. If you have a problem, give it to me. Give it to me. I can handle it. I choose to take on the problem myself, but I choose to give it to God. That's my choice. We can help. We can get help from our higher power, people in our community, family members, friends, sponsors, mentors, wherever it is. I want to be able to make that choice. Okay, I gotta. I have it. Hello, ladies.
Okay, when I'm going to make a choice, and you've heard of the pro-con list, right? All the pros that are good and all the cons that are not good. I have a different one. There it is. Cost benefit, right? What's it going to cost me? What's it going to cost me? What's it going to benefit me? That kind of makes it easier for me, because if I know something's going to cost me time, trust, people in my life, I'm more likely to put that under cost than benefit, right? I want to put things that benefit me, or things that cost me, so I can figure out, prioritize what is most important.
Being intentional.
It is. Yes, sir.
That goes to the sacrifice.
Yep.
I can sacrifice this cause to benefit this agenda. If I want to benefit this agenda, I'm going to have to sacrifice this cause.
Yep.
So sacrifices and choices are pretty much hand in hand, because you're going to have to give up something in order to achieve something.
Yeah.
So what sacrifices are you willing to make at what benefit cost, or what cost of the benefit are you gonna really sacrifice with this choice?
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you're good.
I
You're good.
choose to say I understand what you said.
Okay, cost benefit, check it out. If you need to make a decision, get counsel for me. That's important. I talk to people, I see what road they went on, because it doesn't matter what road I went on, how I use that. I could be on the easy road. I want to tell people how to get there. I could be on the hard road. I want to tell people how not to get there. Right? That's my choice today.
Choose to be
So-
teachable.
We choose to be teachable. I choose to be happy today. I choose to be peaceful, joyful, and loving. How many of y'all have found peace or love in this recovery? Joy, a little bit of joy. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Y'all screwed, but you'll chase that. I chase that. I am a serenity junkie. I'm somebody that seeks those positive things, right? Because I got to. It's what feeds my soul.
It's a choice.
It is a choice. I want to thank everybody in here. Y'all are awesome. I want to hold on. Wait. We're not quite done. I choose. Thank you. I choose to thank everybody out there. If this touched you, something, or if you know somebody that this might help, post it. Right? Post it. Give us. Let's spread the word. Let's spread the word of how to make decisions maybe in an easier way. All right. Keep peace, share love. That's all right. We're gonna see you next Monday. All right. See you later.
Let me get you that. I always wonder what this guy.